Let it do what it do, what it do.
Davis.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
Shakur Stevenson.
I mean what I say, lines only for.
Oh, Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
Hey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Morning After Show. Man. We got your host, KQKC. We got the co-host, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, or just Knockout, or I call him the debate guru. I mean, whatever you want to call him, all right? And just don't call him Sam, all right? But anyway, what's going on, Knockout?
Man, I'm chilling. How you doing, man? Hey, Abdullah Mason put on the show. Keshan Davis took it to the streets. And we got a lot of boxing to talk about, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm ready to get going. How about yourself? How are you?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. Just a little tired, but that's okay. All right. Yes, sir. I'm an orthodontist call on Friday. I got an appointment tomorrow, so I think they're ready to insert them. So hopefully keep my fingers crossed for tomorrow. So, but let's do all in the building so we go ahead and get started. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, so we got realistic. All right, Washington Fam in here. We got all things up in here. We got Marzi up in here. We got World Animals up in here. All right, we got Javon 856 up in here. All right, we got Dr. Marks is up in here. And we got Bank Hayes up in here. We got Joshua up in here. Mr. Sanders, what's going on? All right, we got Von Wise up in here. All right, we got Oakland, the O is up in here. All right. Moving on down. Okay. We got my man YGB22 up in here. All right, yes, sir. Who else we got up in here? We got Terrence Gaten up in here. Funny man last night. Funny man. All right, yes, sir. We got Cam Network up in here. All right, what's going on, Cam? Good to see you, brother. All right, we got TJ up here. Terrell Jackson's up in here. Otis the Great is up in here. All right, Gary Shaw's up in here. Mr. Tusik is up in here. Oh, in the building, boxing is in here. All right, who else we got up in here? Let's see. Okay, we got Bashan Jordan. What's going on? Bashan, how you feel, brother? All right, we got Cedric up in here. What's going on, Cedric? Philly Bull 91 is up in here. And we got the Queen. We got the Queen. Our Queek, the winning team is up in here. We got Emmanuel Pedigree is in here. All right, what's going on, Emmanuel? All right, good to see you. We got Zach. What's going on, Z? Zacharias is up in here. What's going on, man? And we got another Queen up in here. Barbara D. What's going on, Barbara D? All right, what's up, Cindy? What's going on? Cindy 8804 is up in here. Good to see you last night, too. All right, crucial content, get back game. What's going on, brother? All right, my Chicago brother. All right, yes, sir. All right, we got Kevin Rice is up in here. And we got Teachers up in here. What's going on, Teach? All right, I was listening to y'all cook last night, Teach, while I was laying down trying to get some sleep. All right, yes, sir. Who else we got up in here? We got Paul Pounds in W, Northwest, I guess. All right, I'm bad with names, so I'm sorry if I'm chopping y'all up. All right, Brashley. What's going on, Brashley and McClendon? All right, good to see you. Arcan, what's going on, man? All right, jumped on me for a minute. Hold on. Let me go on back down here. What was that? Arcan, okay. Don Dickson. Don Dickson. What's going on with you? J.A. Dixon. What's going on with you? All right. Okay, who else we got? Blade is up in here. Watch out, Blade. All right, yes, sir. Dragon Assassin is up in here. All right. Let's keep it going. And I think that's about it for us right now. All right, welcome to KQKC Boxing Network. And please hit the like button. Show your love for KO and KQ. We got both our cash apps down there. And we're gonna be showing. We want you to show us love because we've been grinding. We've been grinding all week. We've been grinding last night. I mean, KO, he had the predictions for you all, especially you channel members. Make sure y'all show him some love for that. All right, I know some of y'all want some money now. All right, so all he asking for is maybe just a tenth, or maybe just a penny. Right?
Yeah, man, pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes, man.
Right,
Dang.
right.
Pay your tithes, bro.
Yes, sir. But but with that, that's all I got right now. DeVille, what's going on, baby? Coming in that back door. Pause,
bro. Pause. What are you saying,
Pause.
man? There's so many things you can say. Coming in late to the party, hit the like button since you the last one here. There's so many other things to say. Don't say that no more, man.
I'm going to find something else. Man.
God, dog.
Man. Everybody, man.
Oh Lord. All right. Look,
All
man.
right.
So let's get started, man. I want to start with a couple of fights that happened this morning that people may or may not have watched. Jao Battaglia broke his opponent's jaw, broke Siku's jaw this morning and stopped him in 5. And Junto Takatani unified his division against Nishida and made that boy quit after 6 rounds in a series of uppercuts and left hands, just beat him up. Wanted to ask you what is next for Jao Battaglia, man? I want to see him finally like get a shot to fight somebody big, bro. Somebody that has a title like a Zurdo Ramirez or something. But it looks like Jao Battaglia is having a hard time getting the other top fighters at cruiserweight to fight him. What do you think of Jao Battaglia and him getting another win against another subpar opponent, man? What are your thoughts on Jao?
Well, it's gonna be hard for him. Number one, he said cruiserweight, and no, I love boxing. I love all the weight classes, but the cruiserweight always called it's a bust out waiting to go there heavyweight, and same when he was down there, and you only could go so far down there, and over time really the man down there basically, and only way he can get a good fight if he goes up and fight a heavyweight or goes down, and fight a 175 pounder or something like that. But I don't know. It's gonna be very, very hard. But I tell you one thing though, he got to pretty much step it up and step out his comfort zone. Cause right now his comfort zone is cruiserweight, and right now he is dominating. He is dominating on cruiserweight, and just like he broke that guy's jaw last night. I don't think it's a lot of competition down there for him. But then again, look at your options. Knockout. I mean, he can't go to heavyweight because he's not that big. Yes, he's a great fighter, no doubt about that. And sometimes size is not only the problem, but he's kind of caught up. And a lot of fighters, that's why they skip cruiserweight. A lot of fighters just skip cruiserweight and leave 175
and go straight to heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So it could be kind of hard for him, man, but he needs to step it up, and I don't mind him fighting a heavyweight right now.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree wholeheartedly. When you look at the other champions in his division, if he can't get Zurdo Ramirez or Badu Jack to fight him, then he just needs to move up to heavyweight. The crazy thing is, he's only 2 fights away from undisputed, man, and he wants those guys. Those guys just for whatever reason, Zurdo don't want to fight him, and Badu Jack just got back, so I'm not gonna put that on him just yet. But those are the only 2 fights that make sense. Badu Jack is the WBC champion. Zurdo holds 2 belts in the WBA and the WBO. So make it happen, bro.
Right.
Make it happen, or you're gonna have to go to heavyweight. It's the same thing we see with what's going on with Jerron Boots in the welterweight division, where don't nobody want to fight him. The other champions are avoiding him. Jao Battaglia has been that good and that dominant to where these guys don't want to fight him at cruiserweight, man. He may have to go to heavyweight looking for smoke. The unfortunate thing for him is that's the toughest jump in boxing, going from cruiserweight to heavyweight. But you may have to get your Alexander Usyk on, man. You may have to follow in Alexander Usyk's footsteps. Unfortunately, at least Usyk was able to unify, but even he had a hard time because he had to go to other people's country. Maybe if you Joe Battalion and you want it that bad, let them know you'll go to Mexico to fight Zerto or something. I don't know, like tell them, hey man, I'll come to Mexico, bro. Let's just make this fight happen because I really think he needs that Zerto Ramirez fight more than any fight that he could have, man. So that's all I got on it. What do you think of Junto? Junto Nakatani unified for the first time, beating the sheet up over there in Japan. Made his eye look like a watermelon and shit, and he hit him with some uppercuts. Y'all can all go check out the highlights on Top Rank Boxing. That fight went down like 6 a.m. this morning. What do you think of Junto, man? My thoughts. I want to see Junto fight either Monster in a way or Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Those are the only fight. Like we need to get these fights, bro. Like the weight classes is a 2-3 pounds apart. Ain't no reason Junto and Jesse can't fight, bro. Bam and Junto need to mix it up. Junto and Monster need to mix it up. They need to get this shit cracking, bro, because the competition down there, you couldn't even tell the dude that he was fighting was a champion, bro. That's how much that's how bad the fighters were or down at 118, 115, and 112. It's so bad. The pickings are so slim. I need people to understand, KQ. Bam Rodriguez has a unification fight on July 19th, KQ, against somebody that he already knocked out before. So he knocked out a dude earlier in his career. That dude has now become champion, and now he got to fight him again to unify. Junto Nakatani, the dude he just fought, was just trash, bro. No disrespect to Nishida. He was 10-0 with 2 knockouts, had no amateur experience, and he was garbage, bro. And Nakatani treated him like he was garbage. What do you think of Junto, though, man? I like that he unified. Looks like he's by far the best at 118 pounds, but I want to see him fight some of the top guys at them lower weight classes like your boy used to do. Chocolatito. Chocolatito used to fight everybody, bro. That's what they need to get back to, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard, you know, fighting at that weight class and dominating, but you're right. He need to step out of his comfort zone with him also and fight other fighters that's at his level. And he's dominating right now. Good for him. But you got to move up or move down or do something pretty much to step your game up. And yes, like Roman Gonzalez, he going to have to fight like him. He going to have to take on everybody at that weight class. And see, this is what I was saying, Knockout. And this is what a lot of content creators been saying in the last maybe 2 years. And you probably think the same way. That's why everybody, they don't fight at their weight. They fight at what weight class is easier for them. You know, you walking around 300 pounds and damn, you fighting at 135. You know, that's just, you know, defeat I mean, I just don't like it. And this is why sometimes you got to be careful who you pick to fight. That's why Tank fights pretty much around his weight. You know, so I ain't mad at that. That's the way it should be. And of course, Nakatani, he going to have to be careful on fighting these guys. Their weight classes are right by each other. Now, the smaller weight classes, I don't think they'll have any problem with them because they don't go up that high. You know, they're not 147 and come down and fight at 122 now. You know, but he got to step it up, man. He got to step it up. You know, if he gonna be that man, he can. You know, because you got, you know, Monster in the way over there. You got Nakatani over there, and one more over there.
Nakatani, Monster, and Bam. Them my top 3 down at 122 and down, man.
Right. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So I don't know what's next for him, but he got to step it up, man. You know, I seen, look at Abdullah Mason stepped it up last night. You got to step up your game sooner or later, or you're going to be dormant. You're going to be right there fighting the same person over and over again. So that's all I got for that one. All right. Brashley, McClendon, and that super chat. He said Keshan and his brothers are a disgrace. They overshadowed a great performance from Abdullah. DLS versus Mason upon the WO. Let's go. All right.
Let's
right.
skip to that real quick, because we got a lot to talk about in that situation. Just Keyshawn and his brother Keon jumping to hear Albbright because he beat Kelvin Davis. Let's start with the performance first. Let's talk about Nahir Albright's fight with Kelvin Davis, man. What did you think of that fight, and did you think the right guy won? What's your thoughts on that fight, man?
Well, at first, I had called the fight, and at first I thought Calvin Davis was gonna come out and dominate because he came out looking relaxed. He came out. He's a southpaw, so he came out throwing the right hand, holding the left hand, ready to let it go. Then he let it go, but he let it go like in slow motion. All right, he wasn't like in a hurry. He was taking his time. Bam. No power behind it. No urgency in his punches. And then, of course, Albbright, he said, I'm going to win this hook or crook. He came to fight last night, knockout. He came to fight. He didn't come to lie down. He took that head down, and he went for what he knew. And that's what he did. He fought all the way from round 1 to 10. Now, they tried to steal it from him.
Yeah. Where they get 95 from? What 5 rounds did Kelvin win, bro?
I don't know. But
See, that's why, like, I gotta get back. I'm gonna get back to my connect and getting back these scorecards and stuff, man, and start posting them on my channel again, because this shit be ridiculous, bro. Like, how you 95? I need to know the 5 rounds they gave him, bro. Somebody get them boys some glasses, some contacts. They need LASIK eye surgery, some shit out here, man. God dog, bro.
Man, and Albbright, he did what he had to do, and what we did know, it's not what he did last night, Albbright. It's what we found out about Kelvin Davis. That's what I looked at. I found out that, okay, well, he's kind of chinny, because when he got hit with a straight left, I mean, he went right into the ropes like, man, and then grabbed him real fast, like, man, hold on, I'm dizzy like a mother, so so we know that. We know
that might be genetic.
Yes, yeah, it might be.
They all got them long, skinny legs. They all got long necks, and they all skip a lot of weight classes to try to make their weight. We're gonna talk about it. Kelvin Davis, 6'1", 6'1", 140-pound fighter. I'm just saying.
Yeah. 6'1", man. Come on.
Somebody else missed weight. Did you hear somebody else miss weight? They were supposed to be on that card. They missed weight, and they was big too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, his name rhymed with Leshawn Lavis. I don't know. He missed weight too, and he looked like he walking around about 165, 170. People cut weight like that when they nervous to fight people their size. I'm just saying, when you cutting weight like that, looking for an advantage, you just nervous. Go ahead and keep cooking on Kelvin. We're gonna get to Keyshawn in a minute. Yeah, and his little brother Keon, about 6'3" tall. KQ. He the same height as Jao Pataya, fighting at welterweight. Okay, I mean, a lot of people don't like when Sebastian Fundora do it, but they showed on. There ain't nobody talking about them Davis brothers. DB3.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, DB3, like I said, DB3 my ass. Hell, you mean take 2 away? But also on Kelvin Davis, we found out that he doesn't have a lot of power. He throw the straight left. He throw it like pity pat. His jab, he throw backhand jabs. He don't throw right like that type of jab straight on. He throw jabs like that. And Albbright was knocking it down. And Albbright, and this is one thing about it. They teach you this in boxing 101. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Because Albbright made him bite off the fence all night long. He made him pay attention to the left, and here come Albbright with the right and popped his head back. Popped his head back like a trampoline. So I mean, I'm not gonna say he sucks, but he need a lot of work. Now, whatever Bomac was telling him, I couldn't hear him. He wasn't listening. So I can say that, So, but that's all I got on him, because I can't see him improving. But I'm gonna tell you one thing.
He damn near 30 years old.
Yeah. I mean, and don't get an attitude when you get your ass whooped. I mean, this is boxing. and you lead the combat, you lead the aggression, all that in the ring. So, but that's all I have right now. Right
Yeah, man,
now.
you want to catch that? You want to catch that super chat?
Oh yeah, Brashley McClennan. All right.
No, you
Then
caught that one. It's another one down there.
is it?
Yeah.
Where? No, I got
I
it.
see it on YouTube, and it looked like the StreamYard chat not updating for some reason. It missed some comments, but you got a $2 one from Ashton B. It's on the YouTube chat. You don't have your YouTube open with your StreamYard? I can.
I got my StreamYard open, but
Yeah, StreamYard tripping right now. It's not updating the comments. They dropping comments and it's not uploading in the StreamYard.
okay. Let me
But I'll read it for y'all while we get that fixed. But yeah, StreamYard's tripping, y'all. I see y'all comments on YouTube, but StreamYard's not updating them. Like the last comment we got on StreamYard is all the way back when Knight Rider started laughing and said KQKC funny. The rest of them didn't upload for some reason. But Ashton B dropped the $2 super chat. He said Key was high as hell last night, high as F last night with the 2-piece in the super chat. We appreciate you, Ashton B. Salute to you, bro. As far as that fight, KQ with Kelvin Davis and Nahir Albbright, Kelvin Davis couldn't handle a basic level switch, man. All Nahir Albbright was doing was taking his eyes low, dipping low, and then throwing the overhand right. He did it over and over again. He tried to come in off feints and jabs, look low, throw high, and old buddy kept falling for it, man. He kept falling for it over and over and over and over again. And so he showed a low ring IQ. And I told people, man, because I told the channel members, I said, I'm going with Nahir Albbright by decision, and they're going to try to rob that boy because he has better experience. People forget he gave Keshan, who is much more talented than his brother Kelvin, he gave Keshan his toughest fight of his career, and he was doing that off the back foot in boxing, and he showed some versatility to try to go at Kelvin Davis, and Kelvin Davis was fighting too tall, too high, and Nahir Albbright was able to take advantage of that. So salute to him for a really good performance. I hate that it was overshadowed by what happened backstage, which was Keshan and his little brother Keon trying to jump him because he beat their brother up. What do you think of that, man? And just them taking it outside the ring, and then what do you think Nahir Albbright should do about it?
Well, it was very unprofessional. It left a bad taste in my mouth. It's bad enough that Keshan missed weight on purpose. Let's not forget that. It was on purpose. And also, you came to cheer on your brother because you looked really stupid sitting in the audience when you should have been out there in the main event. Now, if you're not going to watch Abdullah Mason, in which he didn't, because when doing the Abdullah Mason fight, they was
why they leave? Why they do Abdullah like that? What they do to you? We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it. Just keep talking about them jumping them. And we got Jab Queen Boxing and Deem in the building. Salute to y'all. J.A., what's up with y'all? Everybody smash the like button. My bad. Go ahead, KQ.
Because see, one thing about it is, they got an attitude, right? Now, I don't know where they get it from. I don't know where Keshan get it from, but your brothers, they suck. They suck. Now, you can stop all this DB3 and all that. No. And they won, and the right man won last night. They got it right. But don't get an attitude now. Now, of course, if you're going to leave the damn building. Don't stay out there and hang out in the hallway. All right? If you got this little attitude and this and that, right, then leave. Go home. But what it is you got an attitude because your brother who was undefeated, and trust me, who he fought, wasn't no star. All right? So therefore, when Albbright beat him and hurt you in the fight because you got a blessing, all right, now Albbright got the belt, and now y'all got an attitude. And you had your baby out there. You had your son or daughter out there. What kind of shit is that, Keshan? Really? You ain't no business, man. I mean, come on. And you ain't like that. Stop trying to act like, you remember that cartoon, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back. Right? You knew they were going to hold him back. You was in my city. They said, let his ass go. Let him go. Let's see what he do. Right? And that's what I would do. But still in all, you can't take nothing to the street. Okay, this is boxing, and you got to take your losses with your wins. That's what you need to do.
100%. What do you think? What do you think Nahir Albbright should do? Some people saying he should sue.
Okay, yeah. I'm getting to that. Okay, I said that last night. All right, listen. ESPN replayed that in the hallway 4 times, and this ain't the end of it. Somebody head gonna roll. Somebody head's gonna roll. And you know what? And good for them. Because sometimes you need to get spanked to learn your lesson. And that's what Albbright should do. Because I'm like, what is Love doing on his head?
That boy had a big old, cherry on top of his head, didn't he? God, dog.
I'm like, Calvin didn't do that. He ain't got enough power to do that. And then the next thing you know, he said, hey, they jumped him out, out there in the foyer and things, and no, it wasn't right and it wasn't fair, and they need to get punished. I don't care, suspension, whatever. Do something, damn it. Do something. And I know all that frustration, it rolled up and won. You lost a bet on the scale, all right? But you thought you still was going to fight because you thought you got a dummy. You thought Samson was a dummy and going to take the money and let him fight anyway. But Samson, no, he's been doing this shit for 30 years. Like he said, y'all thought I was an old fox. No, no. But no, Dos Santos still gonna get paid. Samson saying if he had to pay him out of his pocket, he gonna pay him because he went through 9 weeks of training. And coming off of 2 years of layoff, that's hard to do. So but still in all, that one cool, and I hope they sue him. Because that's assault. They assaulted that man. They wasn't in the ring. They wasn't in the ring at all. They was outside in the foyer. Like I said, if you didn't want to see Abdullah Mason put on a performance, then take your ass home. Why are you hanging around? Nobody would ask you for no autograph. 200 people wanted their money back, and they got their money back. So, it is what it is, knockout, but it got to be something done.
Yeah, I think the commission should step in and do a suspension. I think Nahir Albbright should be pushing for some sort of rematch with Keshan or some sort of fight with Keon, one of them two. Maybe Keyshawn's more realistic since he'll be at 140, and Nahir Albbright just fought at 140. Get that shit back and then make them pockets hurt. Make them pay you for that shit. And move that way. I think the commission should step in and do something. Somebody got to pay for something, man. Keshan might have to sit his ass down for a little bit because clearly he off a little bit. And my, how it all came crumbling down. And I remember a quote that Tank Davis had said when he was doing the interview, man. He said something along the lines of all of them think they want. He was talking about the younger fighters that keep calling his name and keep cloud chasing out. He said all of them think they want this shit, but when they get it, they wouldn't even know how to handle this shit. And that's poignant, man. That rings so true right now for what's going on with Keshan Davis. Just 2 days ago, bro. Just 2 days ago, he was the guy that everybody thought was next in line. He was the budding superstar. Now you miss weight. You jumping people. You probably on the verge of getting suspension. You weren't able to handle being a champion, and then defending your belt. You were a champion for all of 4 months, and it all just came crumbling down on you. Not because you got your ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? Not because you got injured, just because you took everything that was in your control and you didn't control it. You couldn't control your ability to make weight. You couldn't control your ability to keep your cool and keep your composure. You couldn't handle L's well. You handled the media horribly. Why would you let people see you on stage eating? Why would you if I know I just missed weight by 4.3 pounds and I know that I just let my entire city down, you're not about to see me at a restaurant. You're not about to see me eating popcorn, nachos. You ain't about to see me eating on camera at all. This nigga come out the next night just snacking. I know he was on some weed. You can't tell me he didn't take a gummy or something, bro. He was just snacking on camera, laughing, kiki. I'm like, this nigga is crazy. Do you know what social media is about to do to you, bro? Yeah, you were out your mind, and for them to do Nahir Albbright like that, man, that was just that's dirty, bro. All because it ain't like Nahir Albbright. Now, if Nahir Albbright had walked up to Kelvin Davis outside the boxing ring and punched him in his shit, okay, no problem, bro. Y'all in the streets, he punched you in the streets, then you take up for your brother. Your brother lost a fair fade, bro. A one-on-one fade. He lost that shit in a sport and got paid for it. You can't go jump a man because he beat your brother ass, man, in competition. That shit was ridiculous, bro. So, yeah, DB3 is down bad this morning, and I don't see any change in that, bro, anytime soon. You gotta earn when you break trust like this from fans and your promoters. You gotta step up and you gotta show change with the way that you behave moving forward. No one's gonna want to hear Keshan and his brother say anything. No one's gonna want to hear them talk or oh, I'm sorry, man. Nah, bro. You just need to go make weight, go beat some ass in the ring, and just let this shit pass you by, bro. Because this shit is over. This shit is over with right now. They need to just go away and go train and try to beg top ranking Bob Arum to get their ass back in the ring as soon as possible. Because this is horrible, man. That's really all I got on the Nahir Albbright and the Davis brothers situation, man, with Keshan and Keon jumping them. Nahir Albbright did his goddamn thing, beat that ass, and I hope he gets big fights moving forward. That's all I got, bro.
Okay, all right. I want to say shout out to Crucial Content and Barbara D in the Cash App. All right, and we also got my man Opulent LD in the Super Chat, saying, stop playing with me. KQ voice. KO, you need to utilize Twitter. We got to add some truth to the lot of lies on there.
Nah, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. That shit, I can't do all the typing and shit, bro. I'm too direct and I'm too competitive. And if you say some stupid stuff to me, I'm liable to be on there arguing with you all day. I'm not finna. And I found myself doing that when I did have one. I'm not finna be typing back and forth with people. If people got a problem with what I gotta say, then they could just come by the channel. I can go by their stuff and we can get it cracking. But the typing and shit, bro. I really don't even like talking, but I got a channel and all you can do over the internet is talk. I'm too direct to Twitter, bro. I can't do the Twitter stuff, man. Shout out to Barbara D with the 5-piece in the Cash App as well. Appreciate you, Barbara. Thank you so much for your support. And shout out to my dog, Crucial Content, with the $2.50 piece in the super chat. He say, grind don't stop. Crucial. Yeah, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. All right, so let's get to let's talk about it for a little bit, because I know you talked about it on your channel. I definitely talked about it on mine, but they haven't heard us discuss this together. Keshan Davis and Edwin De Los Santos got canceled because Keshan busted weight, missed weight on purpose. In my opinion, I heard you say you think he missed weight as well. What on purpose as well? I mean, what do you think of Edwin De Los Santos deciding not to go through with the fight, and what do you think of Keshan Davis talking all that smack to Abdullah Mason the day before and then missing weight on Friday, man? What's your thoughts on all of that situation and how it played out?
Well, for Keshan to go and talk all that smack, see, that goes to show you, a lot of these fighters.
Hold up, not to cut you off. There's some super chats that you missed on there. You caught Brashley dropped the $2 super chat. Do you see it? He dropped. I saw you caught. You just caught Opulent LDs. Right up under Opulent LD, there's one from Crucial Con from Brashley McClendon.
And Sean Clark too. I didn't get him.
Brashley and Sean. Brashley dropped 2 and Sean dropped 5. And those are in the StreamYard. You should be able to see those.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Brashley McClendon. What's going on, brother, in that $2 holler? Abdullah said him and his brother don't do that. Okay. Yeah, because if that was the Mason brother, they would force their hand and they would, split their white meat. All right. But anyway, we got my man Sean Clark in the building. He's in our super chat also. What's up, Sean? He said this went all bad for Keys this weekend. He sabotaged his biggest moment to date in his hometown. Lack of discipline and maturity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You ain't wrong.
Right?
Yes, you
You hit it right
did.
on the head, man.
Go
And
ahead, KQ. You was talking about him missing weight on purpose and Edwin deciding not to fight and the fight being canceled. How do you break all that down? What's your thoughts, man?
yeah, listen, he knew he wasn't going to make weight, and he knew he was going to make weight a week before. And Samson Lewis is the trainer, promoter of De Los Santos and Fundura, Benavides, and he knew it. He knew it, and then he started hearing people talking, in the rooms and around the rooms and things like that. And they're saying, well, Keyshawn will knock him out in the 6 or 7. Oh, that's 100% for sure. This and that. And then once he saw Keyshawn playing on the scale, because, see, we don't see the real weigh-in. That's just a traditional weigh-in we see. And he was dancing on the scales and everything. And, why would you do all that? And you didn't make weight, and you're not going to make weight. And then you didn't even try to make the weight. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Now, one thing about it is, Keyshawn, he thought, and it backfired on him. He thought that, hey, look here. All right, well, we're going to throw him some money because he hadn't been fighting in a couple of years, and he's going to take it and go out there and do your thing. All right, go out there and do your thing. You still can get your belt back. Well, Don Santos, he left it up to Samson and his trainer, and they had a talk about it. They went in the back room, talked about it, while Keyshawn and his team out there waiting. And they made a decision to protect their fighter, which is number one in a promoter's book. Protect your fighter at any cost. And that's what he did. And that's why it wasn't no fight. Now, it backfired on him. Now, they thought, okay, here we go. We got another Ryan Garcia. All right? That's what they thought was going to happen. But see, Samson not Bill Haney. See, Samson don't care about the money. He's already rich. All right? Bill Haney, he got money too, but he just is a dumbass, but he still should have done what Samson did. Not only protect your fighter, that's your damn son. You should have protect your son. But Keyshawn,
Hold on, who said something about what Samson did? Bill Haney? Is that what you said?
No. I said he should have did what.
Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you said he said something. Okay, yeah.
No.
He damn sure should have, for sure. He should have did what he did, because that would have been, he'd be in a far better place. Go ahead, though. My bad, bro.
Yeah. Then of course, Keyshawn, and I have to admit, he was on his way to stardom. He was on his way to, on the rise. He was on the rise, and I mean it. He's getting a name for himself. He had a mouthpiece. He was getting knockouts. People like that. Now, he kicked Shakur to the curb. And Shakur like, hell, what did I do? But he was hating on him. So now, he pretty much want to be Tank bestie. He want to be his best friend now, right? And Tank, you ain't nowhere near Tank. I know how Tank feel. No, you don't. You had that funky little belt for 5 months. You didn't even get a chance to get dust on it, right? And you gonna tell me I know how? No, you don't. You never sold out no venue. You never broke no damn records.
Damn, bro.
I mean, come on, really? But he tricked the game so long. But you tricked the game last night. But then again, you tricked your own self. I never seen a brother trick their own self, and that's what you did. You know why? Because you tried to be devious. And no offense against Bo Mac, because Bo Mac ain't his fault. Bo Mac told him what to try to do, this and that, his brother, what to do. And of course, now Bo Mac, and I think Keyshawn, he didn't come up with that by himself. So he had a little help from some people. All right. Now, what people, I don't know. Maybe Bernie the Boss with his, crazy ass. But yeah, that I didn't like that knockout. And it didn't sit well with me. This is a competition. It's already, we got cheaters. We got guys on PEDs. We got judges that want to fix scorecards. Hell, we got even goddamn Turkey. Goddamn it, sitting up there telling the fighter and in front of the cameras that, hey, you're losing. 2 rounds. Come on, step it up. I mean, we got Victor Conti. I mean, goddamn. And now we got this dumbass. You know, when Boston gonna straighten up? You know, when we gonna straighten up and and breathe some fresh air for a change?
Shoot, I tell you what, that fresh air is Abdullah Mason. We're gonna get to him in a little bit,
Oh yeah.
because that's the type of person that you support, in my personal opinion, right there. But as far as Keshan Davis missing weight, I'll go back to Thursday when Keshan called herself quote unquote pressing Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason kept his cool and kept his composure and said, "Yeah, we can make the fight," and said, "I let my hands do the talking," just didn't let Keshan make him jump out his body. And then you fast forward to Keshan Davis missing weight on Friday. I bet you a lot of people probably see that interaction a lot different now. I was trying to tell people that interaction, that Keshan didn't have him intimidated. He was right there. He kept within himself, and he was like, "Bro, we can get it cracking. I don't know what you're talking about, bro." And I told y'all, Abdullah Mason is about that shit. Well, he made weight, and Keshan missed weight on purpose. And when you miss weight by the amount that Keshan missed weight by, that means you knew the day before you wasn't gonna make weight. So, and he even said he was going to 140 after that fight. So all that shit he was doing on stage, he was bluffing, bro. He was bluffing, trying to make himself look tough to Abdullah Mason. What you feel the need to bluff with him for? Because you know that boy a problem.
And wait a minute,
because you know that boy a problem. He was bluffing, trying to play tough. He was peacocking. And if you know, he was in front of that boy peacocking because he knew that boy was a problem, man. He knew that young man. He knew that young man was coming. And he could feel the energy. He could feel the presence. And so,
wait a minute, I just want to say that he did say he was at 146 the whole training camp. So that goes to show you something. So
yeah, he was bluffing. He was bluffing. He didn't want to fight that boy. So everybody was like, "Oh, Keshan pressed him. Keshan did this. Keshan did that. All that, just to miss weight on purpose." And then when you go to him missing weight on purpose and the fight being canceled, I'm 100% with you, bro. Like, he did it on purpose. A lot of people don't know the rules, but when you miss weight by more than 3 pounds but less than 5, they don't call off the fight. They allow you to negotiate the fight, but they don't let you try to make weight. If you miss weight by anything more than 5 pounds, then they'll call out the fight altogether. So he missed weight by just enough. He missed weight by just enough to where they wouldn't call out the fight, but also they didn't make him try to make weight. And then he tried to pay Edwin De Los Santos some extra money and get Edwin De Los Santos to be stupid and fight somebody that didn't make weight. I'm not finna have no world title championship fight at the lightweight division against somebody that weighed in at junior welterweight, bro. Man. The shit don't work like that. So I think they did the right thing. Keshan and them was trying to run a play on him. The same play that Ryan Garcia did to Devin Haney. We saw how that worked out, right? And Edwin De Los Santos and Samson and their team didn't fall for that bullshit, bro. You don't get to fight me. I'm not rewarding your unprofessionalism, bro. I'm not rewarding your griminess. Think about how I need everybody to just take a step back, bro, and stop and not think surface level. Think about how grimy you gotta be to talk shit to Abdullah Mason like you know you want to fight him next, but you know you moving up because you're missing weight on purpose. And how grimy you got to be to know you missing weight on purpose, but try to force Edwin De Los Santos to still make weight. It ain't like Keshan was like, "Yeah, man, I'm struggling to make weight. Can y'all let Edwin know? Let's see if we can work out a catch weight. Let's go ahead and negotiate this ahead of time. That way, at least Edwin can try to make the same weight you make. You know you missing weight, and then you make him cut all the way down past 135. So he cuts all the way down, drains his body. He makes the weight, stays disciplined, and then you have an advantage because you're more hydrated and you feeling stronger than him and all that shit. Just think about how grind and you doing all the shit while lying to the public with a smile on your face, bro. I really need people to understand like what you witnessed and what really happened, bro. He's over there. He's stealing from you with a smile on your face. Then he shows so much remorse that he's in front of the crowd that paid to see him eating popcorn and shit. Yeah. Boy, you see me with an empty water bottle or something. Like I just be drinking water with an empty water bottle. Like, look, I ain't drinking number water, y'all. I'm sorry. I tried. I really tried. Even if I didn't, bro. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. So what he did he deserved to get the fight called off, and then making it worse by how he behaved at the fight last night is even worse than that makes it even worse and makes his stock drop even way more, and he has lost a lot of fans because of that. And then to tie it into Abdullah, since we're about to start talking about Abdullah, think about how jealous you got to be, bro. Think about how jealous and how envious you got to be to try to press him like that, knowing that you ain't gonna fight him, and then you leave your event, you leave the event, you don't even want to watch him fight. You don't watch the undercard, the preliminaries, you don't watch all that shit. You don't watch a brother get whooped on, and then now you don't even want to watch the main event because you don't want to see that boy put on the show in your hometown, bro. Shit was crazy, man. Shit was absolutely diabolical what he did, bro. And he deserved everything that's coming with him, man. All your actions have consequences. He deserved everything he getting right now. Just salty and mad that Abdullah Mason stepped up and shined on his ass. And as I said on my short I dropped last night, for you Keshan Davis fans, bro, Abdullah Mason is everything that y'all swear Keshan Davis is, bro. He's everything y'all swear he is, bro. All that hype y'all try to give Keshan, that shit belong on Abdullah, bro. All that masterclass shit y'all try to say that Shakur and Devin be doing, that's what Abdullah Mason did last night. In case y'all were wondering. But KQ, that's all I got, man. Let's talk about Abdullah. KQ, wake up. KQ, wake up.
Yeah, hello.
Wake up, get up, man. We only got 30 minutes left, man. Come on. Yeah, get that vape in you, man. Let's talk about Abdullah, man.
Yes, sir. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's talk about Abdullah. Abdullah Mason put on a great performance last night. He stole the show, got the main event. What do you think of his performance, man?
Man, listen. Abdullah Mason is, first of all, let me say this. He's very mature for his age. He's very, 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 very smart and media savvy. And what I mean by media savvy, he think about the question before he open his mouth. He think about what he's going to say before he open his mouth. He doesn't discredit nobody that's in the boxing community. And then he don't talk a lot of shit. You know, I like the way he handled Keshan. Now, of course, Keshan was trying to front him off, trying to play the Mr. Tough guy, but Abdullah Mason does all his talking in the ring. Now, as far as the fight is concerned, Nakathir, he was game to go. He was good to go. But Abdullah Mason, for some reason, don't know where it come from. I don't know what gets him up for it, but he always have that strength. He always secure. When he throw the right hook, he's right back in place. He never throw himself out of place. He's always right there on point. He throw the right hook, he's there. If he get too far in, he makes sure he got the high guard to come out, so he won't get counted or get hit coming out. I mean, he's a very disciplined fighter. And I cannot see, because if you look at him at the age of 21, hitting like this, oh man, think about
when he go up in weight and he cutting less weight. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, man, think about that now. And I didn't even get to the reach and the height yet. I'm talking about the power. You know, and this is 21 years of age. You know, and I'm quite sure, you know, he's not going to fall off. He's going to get better and better and better. Now, only thing I don't like, Top Rank. Top Rank got a habit of bringing up good fighters, and then when they right there at the peak, they snatch the rug from under them. And that's what I'm worried about. They did Oscar like that. They did Floyd like that. They did Miguel Cotto like that. You know, you know, but then that's when he is mature now. He's older now. So he can make his bone. He already gonna have his name. He got his name already.
Yeah,
he got his name already.
That boy booming right now.
Yes, and you know, and then a lot of people say, well, Nakathir, he's 35. Look, you can be 35 and still have a 30-year-old body, because Nakathir, did he take a lot of punishment in his career? Well, yeah, he has. You know, but still in all, he was a step up for a Mason, and he was very crafty, Nakathir. But you can tell he had went through a lot of fights in his career. But that ain't Abdullah's problem. Abdullah's problem is to get in there and win. and you got to win at any cost. Well, good for you. And I like his trainer. I like his team. They make adjustments when they need to or have to. But what he's doing in there, they give him a chance to do it maybe 2 or 3 times. Then find out if it's working or not. If it's not working, okay, they go to plan B. So they very, very, very in line with the sport of boxing. They know what to do. They always prepared what to do. And one thing about it, Abdullah Mason, you look at him and what you see a little kid, a big kid, young, 21, just learning how to drive or drink, go in a bar, whatever, but he don't care about none of that. And that's one thing I like about him. He don't care about partying and burning money in the club, make it rain and shit like that. You don't hear nothing bad about him. You don't hear nothing bad about him in the papers, or he did this, he did that. And that's the problem with Keshan Davis. He was on Mill City, and Mill City said, and Coach Ellis was on there also. And Coach Ellis said, man, listen, the best 135-pounder next to Tank is Abdullah Mason. And Keshan got mad. He said, what? He fighting 126-pounders. He got guys coming up from 126. Listen, that ain't nothing but jealousy. That's nothing but jealousy. That's something that he can do that you probably can't do, Keshan. And so what you do, you discredit it. That's what you do. You discredit it. So now look at you and look at him. And that was wrong with you yesterday. See, all that boiled up into him on knockout.
Yeah.
All that, you got your nemesis taking your spot. How do that feel? How do that feel? It don't feel so good, do it? No, because they want their tickets back. Oh, that still don't feel good because they don't want to see your damn brothers. So they want their money back. So that still didn't feel good. So you went outside and started a goddamn fight, right? Man, please. Man, that's all I got right now.
You got that super chat.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. John BS in that super chat, brother. What's going on? He said, man, he went from the doorstep superstardom to the doghouse in one weekend.
All facts, bro.
Yeah,
that's messed up. As far as Abdullah Mason's performance against Nakathila, I think the most important thing was that he learned from the Johan Vasquez fight, and he's fighting more patient now. And you got a chance to see just how nasty that jab is, bro. That jab is a problem. I'm not gonna say it's the best jab in boxing because I don't want to get ahead of myself, but his jab is nasty, bro. Nasty. And he's fighting more patient. And when he becomes more patient, bro, and he's beating dudes down and taking their will like that, man, it's gonna be a problem because now you got a chance to see, when he's patient, his defense is really good. When he's not just trying to run you over and just trying to out-athlete you and just use his talent against you, and he actually thinks and he takes his time, he hard as hell to hit. He really is super fast. He really is. He really do got good defense. He just was being so aggressive that he was getting out of position, and that's how Johan Vasquez was able to catch him. But he was well aware of Nakathila power. He just stayed tight, didn't let it change the way that he fight. Shakur Stevenson didn't let it change the way he fight. Devin Haney, he fought the way he always fight, and he was there for the stoppage, and he beat that boy down and really took his will with a jab. That whole eye was busted up. That whole left side of his face was all messed up because of Abdullah Mason's jab. And to be thrown into the main event like that, to have that interaction with Keshan for the first time in your career, now you're going viral. I talked to him on FaceTime. I talked to his father on FaceTime Thursday after that interaction. He's doing interviews. Everybody asking him about it. Everybody's talking about okay, now you got to move to the main event. To have all of that change around you going on, to have all that change around you going on, all at the last minute, You got people calling you and stuff now. Now you got more interviews. Your name is in the media more than it's ever been. And to go out there and still do that and look that good, like you didn't have any distractions, like that was always part of the plan, that boy a problem, man. That boy a problem because he's getting better at stuff that people said he need to get better at. And he's showing you a level of maturity and a level of level-headedness that's only gonna bode well for you as you take on bigger fights, tougher competition with his father and his brothers and stuff around him. He just looking like a whole problem and a half, bro. He looking like a problem and a half out here. And I've been trying to tell y'all about this young man, dog. And everybody, listen to me. Y'all know who my guy is. Everybody at 135 should be put on notice. Everyone, bro. Everyone. Yeah. Him included. That the one included. My guy, Tank Davis included. Abdullah Mason like that, bro. So if it's Raymond Muratalla, if it's Shakur Stevenson, if it's my guy Tank Davis, better take that young man serious. That boy can fight, bro. That boy can fight. I don't know how long he gonna be at 135. Me, myself, personally, I think he got maybe like 2 more fights at 135. Get that belt, fight Raymond Muratalla, and go to 140. But from 135 to 140, 147, man, he about to run that shit. The only person that's anything like him is Jerron Boo Tennis, and by the time Abdullah Mason get to 147, Jerron Boo Tennis will be long gone. But them dudes at 135, 140, man, it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough dealing with that man, with that size, that length, that athleticism, them skills, and that level-headedness, bro. That boy nasty, man. That boy nasty. He put on a great performance. I'm not saying Tank fighting him. G go crazy. Tank need to fight Shakur. Shakur is the fight for Tank. But them younger guys that he's compared to, man, y'all, shit. You can have your Emiliano Vargas. You can have take your little Floyd Schofield, right? Take your little Floyd Schofield. You can have your Keshan Davis. You can have your Kermel Moton. You can have all them. I got Abdullah, bro. I got Abdullah. You can have all them boys. I got Abdullah. I'll let y'all do what y'all want to do with that shit and take it how you want to take it. So that's all I got, bro. I thought the performance was great. I like the way that he stepped in, and I can't wait to see what's next for the young man. I don't think it's gonna be Edwin De Los Santos. He's not even ranked in the top 5 of the WBO. As they were talking about last night, Sam Noakes, who's promoted by Frank Warren, is number 1 in the WBO. Abdullah Mason is number 2. That's probably gonna be the fight for the vacant WBO title, and I think it'll be a good one for a first title shot. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. But go ahead, KQ. What else you got on it, bro?
But basically, that's it. It's just that, I just like the young man, and I just can't wait to see what's to come. Now, I said 2 years myself. I said he's still kind of green, but no. I think he's right on point. I think he's right where he need to be. I don't think that he moving too fast or too slow. I think he just right where he's gonna be, and I think he'll get better and better. Now, I don't want to jump the gun too much, y'all. Okay, I don't want to jump the gun too much because one thing about it is, Charles Rank, like I say, Charles Rank, they know how to wreck something. They know how to wreck things. But still in all, Abdullah Mason got a good team around him. I think he's happy with his team. I don't think he's gonna change trainers or anything like that. So I mean, the sky's the limit for this young man. And now what happened last night, I think he's gonna surpass Keshan just on mouth and word alone.
Oh yeah, he already passed him by.
Yeah,
he for sure passed him by. When he get that title shot, and if they get him to be able to fight his first title shot in Cleveland or something, or even if he go to the UK and fight Sam Noakes, he get his title shot, bro. Cleveland gonna show up, or whenever he go to Cleveland, bro, they gonna show up and they gonna go crazy, bro. He gonna pack that house out. Watch what I tell you, bro.
Oh yeah. So, but there's nothing else you can say about the young man. There's nothing else you can say about how good he is. I don't know too much how he trains. I never seen him in training, whatever. But watch out, man. These southpaws are taking over the sport of boxing. And I'm talking about these southpaws. Now, all southpaws don't fight alike. Many southpaws are different. Tank Davis southpaw. Tank Davis on southpaw is different than Abdullah Mason. I mean, everybody got a different way of landing that big punch, you know. So, but yeah. So
Yes, sir. You got that super chat, man.
Yeah. Okay. But besides that, I can't wait to see what's to come. So my man Kamar's arms in the building, baby. What's going on in that super chat? Yeah, so he said Keshan Beetlejuice Davis exposed himself as a front runner and a hypocrite. As the audacity to talk about Tank when he ducked Abdullah Santos, who was ring rusty and coming off a blood test, a blood clot.
Blood clot, yeah.
Yeah, so missing weight is a duck clown move. Wow.
Come on, tell us how you really feel, man. I think we got
for real.
Some hold on, let me check something. Yeah, shout out to my dog. Shout out to my dog J.A. man with the 5-piece in the Cash App. I appreciate you, J.A. Dixon. Think he sent you one too, KQ. And shout out to my dog Brashley with the 5-piece in the Cash App as well. Say keep up the great work. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all showing love, man. Thank y'all so much. So one thing I noticed, KQ, that I wanted to ask you about, bro, was ESPN. They didn't try to protect Keshan. They didn't try to coddle him. They didn't make excuses for him. They literally took the torch from him and gave everything to Abdullah Mason. They was shitting on Keshan all night long. They reported on him and his brother jumping. To hear Albbright. They really Bob Arum really had them put the screws to Keshan last night. Did that surprise you at all? Because just the day before that, Bob Arum said Keshan is gonna be next face of Top Rank after goddamn Lomachenko. Are you surprised they didn't cover for him more?
Yes and no. Yes, I'm surprised because that's their fighter. And they always protect their fighter. But no, because he's a pain in the ass. He's a pain in the ass sometimes. He almost a pain in the ass like Till. So sometimes, it's better not to deal with and let them pretty much stab their own self. And that's what Keshan did last night. He stabbed his own self in the back foot and everywhere else. You can't blame nobody else but yourself. Now, of course, you can come out and say he said this and he said that, or my life was in my life was in trouble, and I mean, just some acting bullshit. That's all. But yeah, I'm surprised that them attacked him more as far as security wise. So man, it is what it is, y'all. So. But that's all I got, man. That's all I got on that.
Yeah, man. I think I was surprised. Tim Bradley, he said in the middle of the broadcast while you were doing your thing, he said, I'm no longer a Keshan Davis fan. They were like, yo, we got reports that Keshan back here jumping people. We gonna try to get more. I'm like, God, y'all couldn't hide that shit till after the show. I'm like, yo.
They listen.
Yo, Top Rank wilding, bro.
Man.
They said, look, we about to get it. We about to take everything we was gonna give you. We about to give it to this nice young man over here, Abdullah. He killing stuff in the ring, and he know how to interview, and he speaks correctly. We not finna, you over here tripping, and it was just funny to watch, bro. Cause I thought they were going they tried some damage control at first, but once Kelvin lost and Keshan started jumping people, they said, forget it. Let's just cook them. Let's just cook them, man. And then they all jumped to the Abdullah Mason ship quick. I was like, dawg, this is wild, bro. This is crazy, bro. And so yeah, it was just last night was weird because it was one of those things that everybody was excited for Keshan and Edwin, bro. Like we all wanted to see that fight, and he just seemed like he didn't have confidence in himself. And that's another thing. Like, we talk a lot about Abdullah and Keshan, but what Keshan did was show a huge lack of confidence in his ability to handle Edwin De Los Santos. And Kamal put it in the super chat. Best, you miss weight. This guy got blood clots. He ain't fought in 2 years. He had a shoulder injury. He's coming off a loss. And you're not even confident enough to try to make the weight. You try to come in looking for an advantage, man. Do you think that Keshan Davis was scared of Edwin? Do you think he did it on purpose, or was he trying to duck? What's your thoughts on him and his game plan surrounding Edwin, and kind of what it said about his lack of confidence to need to pull out those tricks? Because he hasn't tried to pull those tricks out against any other fighter until he got to Edwin De Los Santos, man.
That's what I think. I think that he played the mind game. He played that tough guy role. But when it all boils down to it, are you gonna get in there and fight him? And if you gonna get in there and fight him and win, are you look good winning? And the answer was no, 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 no. I'm just, talking shit. That's all. I'm just trying to sell the fight. And he knew he wasn't gonna fight. He knew he wasn't gonna make the weight. Now he still thought he was gonna fight though. It's pretty much called keep away. That's all he was doing. Keep away. Same thing he did with his last opponent. But yeah, that's how I look at it. And Canelo, he gonna pay you a little money too, and that's what he's looking for too. That money, I think.
Okay, all right. What? You got another super chat down there under Kamal eyes too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, hold on. What's going on with YouTube? Why are you tripping, man?
I don't know if you go. I see it on here. You got one from Dre's Finest and Greenville and Mike dropped the super chat too.
Man, hold on. Let me see. Okay, got Andre right here. All right, in the $2 Holly. Say Keshan tried to run 140 after pump fake.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did all that pump faking. Oh, you want to fight next, Abdullah? You gonna fight next? Fight me next. Tell the people you gonna fight me next, Bob. Look, Bob, like that. Hey, you done messed up your son. He not ready. Your son not ready, Valiant. He not ready. Let me go ahead and weigh in 139.3 and ruin any chances of this fight happening. And Abdullah said, I'll fight him at 140 too.
Yeah.
He said, I move to 140 and fight him. Ain't no problem. What's happening? Yeah, what's good? It gotta be crazy to know somebody can just whoop you, but they so humble and so respectful, but knowing that they gonna get in that ring and try to whoop your ass. Like that's what Keshan felt. Him and Abdullah Mason are polar opposites, bro. And he don't understand why this young man keep being on his undercards, man. Like every time I turn around, this motherfucker on my undercard. He performing better than I do. Shit.
Right. Now I want to touch on something real fast. Knockout.
You want to catch that super chat first?
Hold on.
Up under? Yeah, you got a $5. You got a $5 joint.
Man, I can't see these super chats or something. I don't know.
It's right up. Say what?
You waving at me?
I was waving at my daughter. My daughter going to work.
All right. Hi. Yeah. All right. Well, bring Bill and Mike. What's going on, man? What's happening? He said, salute KO and the OG KQ. Salute all the real ones in the chat. And that's the fake.
And F the fake. Yeah, 100.
Man, oh man. Man, listen. I got to talk about Tiger Johnson, man. I just want to say, man, what's going on with Tiger Johnson, man? What's happened with him, man? Because last year, Tiger Johnson was ripping and cutting people up, man. And now, he's barely getting over that threshold. He's barely getting over and getting by, and I'm just trying to figure out what was it, inactivity or what? He's still young. I get that, but he's not very big and he's not very like he used to be. A very accurate puncher and fast hands, and that's why his knockout ratio is low. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened from last year to now. Inactivity or trainers or what? because what I saw yesterday, last night, it was man, it wasn't the old Tiger Johnson. So I'm just
I think he just didn't develop, man. I think he peaked already.
saying,
I think he's as good as he's gonna get. Unfortunately, he got some talent in him, but he was tentative. And he's just not. He's not developing, bro. He's not developing the way that Top Rank would like. I think. And he's just on his way because the level of guys that they putting him in the ring against, they putting him in there so he can get some rounds and look really good. And shining, and he's not shining the way that he's supposed to, bro. And he's having tougher fights. He looks very tentative in the ring. Seems like he don't like contact. And you can't bat 1,000. I mean, dang, he'd be another great fighter from Ohio if he panned out. So I guess the boxing guys are like, okay, we gave y'all Abdullah. We got to give y'all somebody that's a little middy too. And he just seemed like he's gonna be mid at best. And at the weight class he's gonna be fighting at 147 pounds. When he gets in there with some real hitters at 147, I think he could really have his hands full, man. So, but I do think, Tiger Johnson versus Brian Norman Jr. I think that'll be a good fight. So get him in there with the Jahai Tuckers and guys like that, and let's see the cream rise to the top. But yeah, man, he didn't look good at all last night. To me, in my personal opinion. Now, I saw Juke in the thing. She dropped the comment. You got a super chat too from Smooth Criminal. KQ right there up under villain Mike. You got a super chat.
Yep, man. How come I can't see these super chats? Okay, Smooth Criminal with the $2 holla. He said Davis boys crashed out last night, y'all. All right, no,
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
and Dre dropped one.
They crashed out, and Keshan, he was the leader of the pack, really, and. I don't understand why his baby mama. I think she was involved in it too. If that was his baby mama, And listen, knockout. Look, they are not playing around with what happened last night. Because ESPN they showed it 4 times, and they gonna pick it up if they don't do something. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, Port Pounder. I picked Wardley. I got Wardley got that knockout. Pulled it out for me, man. We went perfect this week. Port Pounder. We went perfect. Now, what Juke was saying in the chat, KQ, that I wanted to talk to you about, where was Shakur Stevenson to support his brother?
What?
Yeah, where was Shakur Stevenson, bro? He wasn't. Where was he at? Did you see him at the fight? What happened?
Man,
what's going on there, man?
What brother? Cause they ain't brothers no more. What brother? They ain't brothers no more. Man, I mean, man, they enemies now. Tank, he want to be Tank homeboy, but Tank don't want to have nothing to do with him. What? Now, Shakur Stevenson, he's a punk. He's a weirdo. All right, that's the word to use. He's a weirdo. So Keshan, he above that now. He got a belt, and now he's just a walking shit. That's all. But now he took a big shit last night. All right, that's what he did. He took a big one, and now Shakur, he with his team, and now Keshan with his team. And they both got Jay Prince. So but yeah, that's what and this is what I'm saying, knockout. Why you and hang around in the foyer if you ain't gonna watch Abdullah Mason, then take your ass home. I mean, y'all waiting outside like y'all waiting outside the liquor store waiting to jump on somebody. Man, really? I mean, yeah, no. And I know I do Albbright like, yeah, I take that one, but they all jumped on him. So, but it is what it is,
Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna be there. He is in training camp, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I find it funny when Keshan call his sexual preference into question and tell him and Richardson Hitchens to get married. All of a sudden, Shakur ain't coming to Keshan fights no more. I think that's funny. I think that that deserves mentioning. Now, I do want to say this, bro, and I'm tired of people disrespecting the older generation, because T said that Shakur supported on Twitter, and I'm looking at what he said on Twitter, and then I'm thinking back to the Shakur Stevenson Williams and Pater press conference. I'm watching Williams and Pater and Shakur Stevenson's press conference, and I'm hearing people compare Shakur Stevenson to Ray Leonard, and saying he might be better than Floyd Mayweather. And then I'm reading the Shakur Stevenson tweet. He said Keon Davis, Keyshawn's little brother. He said Keon Davis is the modern day Tommy Hearns, bro.
Oh my God.
What is going on with this? Why do they keep doing this to this? See, I see why these old athletes sometimes, these old ass athletes, they be getting mad at these young athletes because they know that they not good, bro. They not like, how you comparing Keon Davis to Tommy Hearns? Keon Davis got 4 fights, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, KQ? You think hey man, like that?
Who
That's
they say look like Tommy Hearns?
He said Keon, the one, the Davis that won. So the little brother, the little bitty baby brother, the one that won, bro.
Oh no.
He a baby Tommy Hitman Hearns, man.
The one that got beat by Albbright. He more of a Tommy Hearns, thin frame, tall, you know. But Tommy Hearns, he can bust a grape. He can't bust a grape. All right. So you can't. It's no comparison to that. You know, and that's the same thing that his brother said. He said, change resume. You know, when he was going on that off work, he been tricking in game too long. What resume? He didn't have no Tommy Hearns on his resume. He didn't have Sugar Ray on his resume. Well, look at you, never had one either. Really? Man, and now
it just show you they don't study the game, bro, and they want all this shit handed to them before they actually go earn it and shit, bro.
That's why I have
like that's all that shows you, man, is that they don't respect what came before them, and it doesn't. You don't really know how good these fighters were. Like if you respectful of the sport and you did your studying of the homework or whatever, you wouldn't compare a dude with 4 fights to Tommy Hitman Hearns, bro.
Right.
If you really studied the sport and you knew what fighters accomplished, you would not be saying Shakur and how they fought and stuff. You wouldn't say that Shakur is the next Ray Leonard, bro. You wouldn't be saying shit like that. You wouldn't say he's probably better than Floyd Mayweather. Like, and that's no disrespect to these young fighters. They just haven't done nothing to gain those comparisons and stuff, bro.
Right.
Like we don't like boxing got to do a better job of respecting its legends and remembering how great the legends really were in the fights that they put on, and go watch some of the old fights, man. Go look at why Floyd got the reputation that he got. Go look at what Tommy Hearns really did in the ring, bro. And then you be like, oh yeah, we gotta wait. We can't be doing that, man. We can't be comparing these people to these older fighters that are true legends in the game. Tommy Hearns, damn near 7-8 division champion, whatever it was, bro. That man was a savage, bro.
I know. Yeah.
So it is what it is, bro. But look, that's everything, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the morning after show. KQ, let them know when you're live, man. What you got going on this week?
Okay, hold on. I want shout out to Dre in the Cash app. I appreciate you, bro. All right. Yes, sir. I definitely will be live. Wednesday, same time, same place, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. All right.
Yeah, shout out Dre's Finest too with the 5-piece in the Cash app. Appreciate you, dog.
All right. So I hope
man, y'all know I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night this week. So y'all be sure to tune in. You're gonna be dropping some content to the channel a little bit later today. About to shoot a couple videos right now, so y'all be sure to check those out. KQ, I appreciate you, man. Everybody in the chat, y'all smash the like button on y'all way out of here.
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
catch y'all on the next one, man.
All right. And y'all know how K is. I'm living it up, baby. Keep your head on the swivel. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace and love. Ow.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.